Caution is out at halfway. We're about ready to get restarted here. Paul Menard leading Kenny Shepard, Todd Souza, Harold Tostian Holmes. Shepard in.
Remember, he got left side tires on his last stop, and of course, this is not your typical race jack. Normally, a good race jack about 1 or 2 pumps. Looks like he's still pumping about a dozen times. He gets his right side tires. Remember, only changed 2 tires under caution. But one thing I did notice, they were adjusting the air pressure on the left side tires to match those fresh tires going on the right side. Dick Berggren.
And that's exactly what they did. They had too much air pressure on the left sides. Remember, Larry, when they first came in to make their pit stop several laps ago, the pit stop under caution was going to be the only one that they were going to take. But too much air pressure on the left side, they decided they were going to get beat, so they came in, took the rights, bled both left side tires.
Bobby Gordon comes in.
They're paranoid if they thought they were going to get beat, because I didn't see anybody running in the same league with him other than Robbie Gordon, who was 37 seconds behind.
And he had moved up to 7th position.
And Gordon comes to the pits as the field comes to the green. Paul Menard out front, winner at Elkhart Lake in the REMAX Series in this same car. Gordon, you see on the right of your screen in the pits. Matt is there.
Robbie Gordon's chances for victory may have just gone out the window. He came on the radio and said the transmission is stuck in first gear. He kept trying to move it back and forth to get it unstuck. He could not get the transmission out of first gear. Ronnie Otto has a 9/16 wrench. He's crawled underneath. A tough break for Robbie Gordon. He was in the 7th position. They felt like the race was coming their way as far as strategy. He's now down and away.
Sean Woodside has also made a pit stop for fuel only as the lead battle goes up toward 4.
I mean, there's no question. I think Robbie Gordon had the car to beat. Sitting up there, moved up to 7th position with 4 fresh tires, so that definitely that put a dent in that strategy.
But these transmissions, because they don't have synchronizers, it's easy, depending on what kind of shifter you're using, to get the thing stuck in 2 gears at once. Got to come to pit road and straighten up the levers, go again.
Now right behind Menard is John Metcalf, the REMAX 52, who's fighting to get back on the lead lap.
And his crew chief here this week is Rick Corelli, who runs the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series.
Get him on the inside. Menard has the better launch.
Just can't put the power down. That's so critical off turn 11. A guy can hold you up all day long if he can beat you up off turn 11.
But what Menard don't need to do, we saw this a year ago with Robbie Gordon. Don't sit there and fight this guy. Let him go. Don't use your equipment up trying to keep him a lap down.
Yeah, they need to tell him that he's a lap down and don't worry with him.
Well, the trouble is the next car is Witt, the 28, who is also a lap down, trying to get one back.
Yeah, but the guy trying to get back on the lead lap sometimes a little more desperate than the guy just running second.
There's actually a second place car right there.
Todd Souza
in the 6.
Pretty good looking old hot rod. Had chrome wheels on it. It really looked nice.
So actually, Metcalf has 3 lap cars behind him. We need to document that Kevin Harvick has retired his car with ignition problems. We saw he had some problems earlier, was back out on the racetrack, and he retired right before that last caution.
7 cars out of the race. We saw Jim Engelbright make another pit stop, but again, he cycled through, and he's up to 6th place now. Talk about your up and down days.
Yeah, and not too far behind him is Kenny Shepard in that 9 car, too. He's in A spot, so that pit stop didn't hurt him all that much.
You make 3 pit stops before halfway at Sonoma, Sears Point, and you still up to 6th position. You got a pretty fast race car.
You do. You're doing something right. He just moved up a couple more spots, too.
Yeah, he's up to 4th now.
Take a look at him. And we know that he knows how to win this race.
Right.
Not too far back here, you'll watch here. The old Duke car will come popping into the picture.
There he is, the number 9.
There he comes.
Kenny Shepard, a pilot who keeps the race car and maintains it in the hangar there.
There goes Kenny. Need to turn a little heat up on that, baby.
About 7 1/4 seconds behind our leader right now, Paul Menard.
Paul Menard, Todd Souza, Eric Holmes, Jim Engelbright are the front 4 here at Infineon Raceway. "37 laps complete." You're riding with Jim Engelbright, who's pulling up on the Paul Oil number 62 of Eric Holmes. This is the battle for 3rd. Everybody doing a little curb climbing.
Now running up toward that lead. Leaders in another other turn. As we take a look back now, 62.
They've caught Todd Souza, the third place or second place car. Meanwhile, up front, that's now 28. Brandon Witt trying to get a lap back from the leader. John Metcalf has passed Paul Menard and gone on, gotten back on the tail end of the lead lap. Engelbright has passed Holmes, so he's now looking directly at second place Todd Souza. Engelbright's car yellow. Holmes is white, and Souza signals Engelbright on by. Matt Yoakum.
Well, Mike, Todd Souza has certainly had a very busy day. On lap 15, he pitted. He thought he had a right side tire going down. They pitted on lap 15, changed it. Then later on, lap 24, he pitted for left sides. They had a left rear tire going down as he's now getting past. The problem now for Souza, who started third, no power steering. DW, how tough will it be to run that car here at Sears Point without any power steering?
Well, they run a lot of caster in these cars to make them, go left and right, kind of equal in both wheels. These cars do have rack and pinion steering, so it's not as tough as it would be with a stock car where you have manual steering boxes with power assist pumps on them. So there is a difference. You probably manage it pretty well.
Kenny Shepard in the 9 working past Doug McCown.
Well, I tell you, that 9 car, Kenny Shepard, he cooks it down into turn 11. He really takes it down in there hard. He's got some good brakes on that car. Car stops nice and straight.
Talk about Doug McCown at 34 car. He won this race in 1996. He was the 1985 National Weekland Racing Series national champ, but he's a 20-year firefighter in Prunedale, California. Again, does this for fun.
Well, good for him. That's pretty neat. As we all know, the firefighters and all the people who work in the safety community are vital to all of us, our safety.
Pick up the 7th place battle. Whoa, 3 wide? I know you could go 3 wide.
You're not supposed to.
Nobody told them you could.
They're still
there.
They
are. Todd Ermish, that red car inside of the blue number 16 of Tony Toast, takes the spot away.
Of course, the 70 car, Greg Pursley, had all those problems in the beginning. He's 14 laps down in 34th.
Also in that battle, Brandon Krause in the 0.
Really slide around coming off the corner. Just want to get loose. Those rear tires just don't want to hook up on acceleration off the corner.
Krause, the 8th place car. Now, he's a road racer. He's not a regular on the tour, but one of a number of drivers who call this their home track and run this annual appearance.
And when somebody gets on you and takes your line away, you enter one of these corners, you've got no choice but to let them go. It's hard to race through the turns here side by side, and the guy will get a nose up under you, and you got to let him go. Sometimes it even slides you out into that loose debris. You can really, really lose your rhythm.
In the 0, had a run in the top 10, and trouble for Frank Baronski Jr., who along with Sean Woodside are camera assistants in Hollywood during the week. Stock photography there on the side.
He was running in 12th position. I'm talking about Brandon Krause. I mean, he started back in 38th position. His old car working around the bottom right there in turn 11.
Another look at what happened to Frank Baronski. Oh, contact.
Yeah, again, that's that taking your line away.
Pursley's awful racy there for somebody who is how many
30-something.
dozen a lap down?
14 laps.
14 laps.
Yeah.